everyone, welcome back to my channel and another design team layout for the Confessions of a Paper Addict cut file shop. I am scrapping some autumn themed photos today because I am working with one of the new cut files that was released at, I was going to say at the start of the month, but it will be today that they are released. If you're watching this when it goes up, these will be in the shop. This is the very autumn fall themed release for the start of November. There are a bunch of beautiful new cut files in the shop, and I think there may be a freebie in the group as well. If you head over to the Facebook group, the link will be in the description box below, along with the link to the shop and this cut file once it goes live. So I have backed the cut file off camera, as you can see. I had meant to film a small portion of it, but I got carried away in front of the TV and backed the whole thing. But anyway, you can see I went through with my Simple Stories Cozy Days collection and just used a variety of the papers. And this background paper that I'm using is actually Fancy Pants paper. It's from the Good Old Days collection, I think. I'm not sure. I didn't buy the collection. I just bought this paper because I like the wood grain. And these photos I am scrapping are of two absolutely ginormous pumpkins that were at one of our local agricultural shows. I'm not sure if they are a thing in other parts of the world, but I guess it's kind of like a fair. There's rides and food stalls and things like that, but mostly it's competition for things like produce and animals. So I am backing those two photos. They're both 3x4 roughly, with some of the pattern papers. I'm just using that mustard gingham print, and then I will use this. I'll use this paper, but I'll use the other side, the floral with the navy background. I just like the bold dark pattern. Yeah. So I'm just going to back those, and then I'm going to put them pretty much exactly where I have them positioned there. And just simple photo layering. So yes, the largest one is 261 kilos, which is crazy to me considering I'm only about 60 kilos. So that is well and truly 4 and most of a half of me in one pumpkin, which just blows my mind. They were absolutely enormous. Yeah, really impressive. So kind of a weird thing maybe to dedicate a 12x12 layout to, but I was really impressed clearly by these pumpkins. So I'm going through now with just some white gesso. I did just use a lead pencil to kind of trace just inside the edge of where all my bits and pieces were going to go, because I just want this to fade the background out slightly just behind where all my elements are going to go. So I'm just making sure that that will come slightly outside the lines of where all my items are going to go. And I'm just doing a very thin layer, and I'm just trying to feather out the edges so there's no kind of harsh lines. Yeah, so this is simply just for fading out the background. I'm not going to add any paint or watercolor or anything. I just like the white. So I'm trying to come in now with my Liquitex acrylic ink in white. I was really struggling this night. I was having a problem with my hands. I have a medical condition. Anyway, I was just experiencing a lot of weakness in my hands this day, and I was really struggling to tap the brush hard enough to get splatters to come off. But I got there in the end finally, after much frustration. And now I'm just coming in with my Liquitex acrylic ink in copper, iridescent copper. It's probably my favorite ink at the moment, aside from my white. I'm really loving it for the autumn, kind of October. Yeah, that really kind of like falling leaves season, just because it's a really nice kind of burnt orange metallic. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I have gone ahead and let that dry off camera, and now I am going to put everything back where I got it from and start gluing it down. Oh, I do just want to mention also, today is the day that the new design team is going to be announced. So if you haven't already checked out who's returning and who our new members are, then definitely head over to the Confessions of a Paper Addict Facebook group and have a look. We have some new talent joining us this term, which is really fun. I'm staying on because, yeah, I've been with the team since the beginning, and I just adore it. I can't imagine leaving. I have so much fun playing with the cut files. So we are all going to be uploading a video today, each and every one of us, just to celebrate the new design team. So yeah, I definitely recommend checking everyone out and seeing what we are all getting up to today with our layouts. So these two little lacy border pieces are actually, they were just sitting on my desk. They're like just scraps that I punched out a new die with, and it's not a very good die. It's really cheap. It didn't work very well, so I literally only made these 2 pieces, and yeah, they were just sitting on my desk, so I thought I would use them up. I am popping on my title. These are new thickers that I just got from Spotlight in my recent haul, and they're called Journal. They're like a typeface font and like a typewriter font, and they're just foam, like dimensional foam, and black. So I thought they went perfectly with the black cardstock that I've cut my cut file out of. So I'm just going to pop Harvest along the inside of the banner there, and then I am going to come in with these little, they're like teeny tiny alpha stickers from Kaiser Craft in like a craft color kind of, with black text, and I'm just going to spell out a prize winning. So my whole title will be a prize winning harvest. And by some fluke, I managed to space those letters out almost perfectly along the top of the banner. I don't know how that happened. It certainly wasn't intentional. So now I'm coming in with some washi. I rarely use washi. It was one of my, like, I don't know whether it was one of my resolutions for this year, but I did say I was going to try and use it more. I haven't. I still rarely use it, but this collection kit came with a washi tape, so I'm trying to use some on every layout when I remember to, just so I can try to use some of it up. So I'm going to put some at the bottom there, some just in this kind of little gap between my photo and the cut file, and then I will tear this piece, just kind of roughly tearing it so it's not like a straight sharp edge, and I'm going to layer it up the top here where I have a bit of an empty space. So I will build a very, very small cluster up here, and I'll also place my journaling up in this corner as well. So I'm just going to come in with some of the stickers now. I don't actually embellish much on this layout at all. I'm going to bring in some of these puffy stickers from Rosie Studio. I'm just going to use the yellow ones because clearly the other colours don't match, but the yellow is quite nice. And I'm just using my white gel pen to pop in a few lines of journaling. I wouldn't usually journal up the top here. I just think that I wanted to use white pen, and the wood grain actually, it lightens. It's almost like an ombre. As it gets towards the bottom of the page, it's quite a bit lighter, so I didn't think it would be visible in the white pen if I journaled down the bottom, and I quite like it up the top. So I'm just going to fill out my cut file here a little bit with a few stickers. So I do pop a pumpkin in back there, and I will come in a minute with an apple that I found as well. Popping in a few floral stickers and another little puffy heart. This little tiny word sticker says all the pumpkins, and of course, how could I not use that in this layout? It's also that perfect yellow. So I did pop in that little yellow puffy sticker up the top there that will move in a minute. And I'm just adding a few more stickers. That little cup is quite sweet. What else do I put in? A little chipboard floral. I really love the colours on that. Matches actually that pumpkin that I put it next to. Matches those colours almost perfectly. I love this chipboard. I'm really loving this collection actually. I have another project coming up soon featuring this collection, which is something quite out of the ordinary for me. So I'm really hoping you guys will enjoy that. So keep an eye out for that coming up. I'm just popping in some more of those little leaf stickers. I did add, well, I moved that little puffy heart down to the top of my photo there. I just think it fits a little better there. I'm pulling out the die cuts now, and I only use a couple of these, so I'm going to use that little leaf. I tried that acorn, it just didn't, they don't quite look like acorns, it looked just like a brown blob. So I find this little apple, which is perfect to tuck behind the apple on the cut file. And that will be my layout finished. Thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to check the description box and check out the shop and the Facebook group and the new design team. And close-ups are coming up. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.